It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Falcons and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Young Wei Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Shoves him aside, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. His 9th rushing touchdown on the year, number 12 overall. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Robinson with another carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun. That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson now. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
Hey, Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tershawn Wharton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action now. Jackson. Across the formation, Burks has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. 17-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Robinson up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
There's Mooney with another catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Looking to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd down and 4. Now the first carry here for the running back. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Jackson. Across midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A give left side to Robinson. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play, and he's going to go down.